Mate, before we do push on with the show, we do have one more thing to address. We really need to talk about this. It's quite important, particularly for loyal listeners. So for the past, I don't know how many years, we've been referencing the 1998 movie Practical Magic. And Ben here has been slagging it off for a couple of years, and we decided last week it might be time for us to have a revisit, a reevaluation.
When we say we, you decided.
But you decided to indulge.
I said okay.
Although I'm pretty sure on the show last week I said it deserves a revisit, and you said, I think so.
Yeah, who knows what the fuck I say when we're talking on the show.
Well, I tell you what, I went back and watched it. Did you?
I did.
Okay.
I'm glad you didn't suggest forces of nature, because that would have upset me a lot more.
I really enjoyed it a lot more than I thought I would. I'm going to say it, and it's been a long time since I had watched it, and I can't comprehend where your dislike of it's coming from.
Oh, there's so much.
To me, it felt like a really sort of an interesting mix between, say, Witches of Eastwick and The Frighteners. It has that kind of quirkiness that both of them have. It kind of goes from comedy to drama to comedy. I like the story. I love Diane Wiest and Stockard Channing in this. Like,
I know you got a lovely little nerd boner going on.
Yeah.
To them, I think when you sent me the text, gilfs.
Yeah.
Was the phrase you used in the text message.
Yeah, that's before Stockard Channing's face fell off.
Yeah, before, yeah. Yeah, it's pre-West Wing. It's around, I think it might be pre-Twilight, Stockard Channing.
It's got such a fantastic soundtrack. I was really blown away by the music in the movie.
It's directed by Griffin Dunn.
There you go, absolutely.
Look, my main issue with this was, Nicole Kidman had a pretty good run leading up to this, kind of. Sandra Bullock, amazes me. Yeah. And I've got a major crush on Sandra Bullock. I'll watch The Blind Side and bar up every time. I'm not going to lie. And it's the fucking Blind Side. But she made Speed. Like this, I think this was just after Speed 2 or just before.
She'd just blown up.
Yeah, so she realistically, Sandra Bullock has in her catalogue, except for has Speed 2, While You Were Sleeping, and
Amazon on Fire, Fire of the Amazon, I should say.
Demolition Man.
Yeah.
And then Nothing Good until that one with Daniel Rathbone or whatever the fuck is it? Daniel Radcliffe.
What one's that?
The one with Channing Tatum, and we went to see it at the movies.
Oh, bloody hell, the Lost City.
Lost City.
Jesus, you jumped about 20 years then.
Yeah. There's been a great pile of steaming shit in kind of between. And yet, and Blindside, of course, Blindside. I still love her.
Well, she was absolutely charming in Practical Magic, I thought.
I thought she was pretty bland in Practical Magic. And Nicole Kidman, I hate it when Nicole Kidman tries to play
reckless
wild
party girl. Yep,
it
didn't bother me.
It really look. I will admit that watching it this time, it was a lot better than I remember it being.
Yeah,
but it's still, I still do not foresee any point in the future where I'm going to go, you know what, I really want to watch. Practical Magic.
I think I might. And I was actually shocked that...
And I also hate that Goran Visnich guy. Really don't like him.
Yeah, but I'd forgotten how dark the story was, the actual, the underlying narrative where the ex-boyfriend is abusive, they kill him, resurrect him...
And then kill him again.
And kill him again. And, I forgot about that, and I forgot there was an investigation. Well, a very flimsy investigation. The cop... the worst cop in the world, to be honest with you.
Aidan Quinn, who I remember at the time going, oh, that's right. For about 10 years, Aidan Quinn was a dreamboat.
Yeah.
Who got to be in things and was considered really attractive. And then he just disappeared. But, look, his whole... and then the star, the whole thing with his sheriff's badge and all the town... The town stuff was so,
How quickly those women came back on board.
And just because she gets on top of that fucking phone tree and then they all like a fucking Tupperware party at the witch's house. Let's go. It's, there's no, it's not like she secretly helped them or anything and they
Well,
I've got a lot of problems.
Well, there we
with
go.
it.
We've settled
but like
something.
I said,
Yeah.
I'm glad it wasn't Forces of Nature,
settled
which I
something.
think is next week's watch.
Moving forward, whenever he slags this movie off, you know he means it. He has revisited, he has reevaluated, and his position has not changed.
Has not really changed. Like, it was fine.
Okay.
But, as someone who loves a good rom-com, this movie's not good.
Okay.
And someone who had I also had a real thing. Like, and Nicole Kidman has done some fucking great movies. Like, fucking Birthday Girl, which I admit I was very late to the party for, is fucking great.
Nice play on words there. Thank you. I like that.
It's fucking great. Like, To Die For, which I think she finished just before this. Like, it was around that time. Like, Days of Thunder, Far and Away. Like,
I like her.
Great in stuff. And like Emerald City, that scene where she's working out and Chris Hayward is perving on her is one of the greatest moments of cinematic history.
Yes.
I just couldn't get around it with this one.
So when a screening comes up for part 2, will you be there with me?
Practical Magic Part 2.
Yeah.
Are they going to be in it?
Yes.
Are they going to be the old women and
Maybe.
Margot Robbie and
I don't know.
and who else?
It's Samara Weaving.
Samara Weaving are the two daughters. Like, if they're the grown up daughters,
I don't know, but all we
I'd
know
watch
is
it.
that they have signed
if
on.
Samara Weaving's going to be in it, I'll give it a watch.
Right. Anyway, there you go. There's your verdict, everybody. I want to quickly... You're going.
I was going to say, the other thing that we should mention, and it happened last Friday, the passing of Donald Sutherland.
Oh, my God.
It was like a major... I didn't even know he was sick. I mean...
He was old.
He was just old.
Yeah. His last public appearance was 3 years ago, which...
Really?
Yeah, that was news to me. I kind of feel like he's been everywhere.
I feel like I only just watched that... was it Forgiven? That movie he did with Keith, the Western he did with Keith.
Oh, he may have done movies since, but publicly, like he hasn't been out in the public
And
eye.
of course he did the stupid... oh, no, he didn't. He just did Didn't he just do voices or something for the new Mockingbird?
I don't think he's in that at all. But no, look, very sad. Like one of the last remaining movie stars, absolute legend of Hollywood. Like the old guard, if you will.
Yeah,
very sad. Way to bring the show down there, mate. I was about to move on to something just as sad, I suppose. I want to just shoehorn a little recommendation.
My personal life. Oh, okay.
I also watched the new Gene Wilder documentary.
I saw that had dropped, and you know what? I just went, nah, I'm just going to rewatch that Making of the Bee Gees, the Bee Gees docu instead.
The Frank Marshall one?
Yeah,
that's pretty good.
It was fucking great.
Yeah, it's good.
Like, it was a rewatch.
The Gene Wilder one, look, I won't go deep into it. I just recommend it. It's good. It really does go deep into his career, starting with Mel Brooks. And Mel Brooks is one of the main talking heads all the way through. It's very good. A lot of good backstories.
Why didn't you just use that as your recommendation?
Because I have something else I want to recommend. That's why. Something that...
so that's how it works.
Yeah.
If you want to get multiples in there, you just recommend a movie at the start of the show.
I mean, I don't want to really give this away to Ben right now, but he can do anything he wants with this show.
I'm just going to start recommending movies while you introduce the guest.
For sure. I mean, that's the thing. Like, I don't have that much control over it.
You've got control over the edit, my friend.
Yeah, but you can make it tricky for me to work around.
Oh, I certainly can.
Yeah,
that's why I talk over you so much.
You do it a lot. It's a good thing we're on 2 audio tracks. Like, you miss a whole lot.